Okay, so I'm going to do a little GNO situation. Hudson's at my parents' for the entire weekend. We have a wedding. I'll definitely post that. But anyway, I'm just going to do like, I don't know, bronzy, glowy, you know, the dream really for all of us. So to start, I'm going to use my Becca. Okay, so I'm going to start by mixing the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, which is the best, with my Becca foundation in the color Beige. So I just do a drop of each of them on my hand, and then I'm going to blend them with the brush I kind of use for all foundation. And this is a Morphe brush. Okay, so I just kind of start. It's nice because the Becca is actually like a really light foundation. So I'm just kind of blending and working it in. Normally I don't do a foundation under my eye. I save that strictly just for the under eye makeup, like the highlighter or cover. But this Becca foundation is so light that I don't mind putting it under my eyes. Alright, so it's obviously not full coverage. So I'm definitely going to have to touch up some problem areas that are just kind of developing every day, a new one. But that's another issue that we'll get to. So now for the under eyes, which are always a trouble area for me. I've always had dark under eyes. I think it's just genetic. Anyway, I love the light under eye look. So I just have a little on my fingertip, and I'm just going to pat it on under my eyes. I mean, you can see it does make it really bright, just like the label. And I also like to put it in other areas that could use some brightening, like around my nose where it's kind of red. So my one issue with it is that it's like kind of greasy. And I don't know, sometimes it makes other things kind of crease or clump on top of it because it doesn't really set. So, okay, so I'm just going to work this in as much as I possibly can. Do my eyelid. It's definitely not coverage, more bright. I'm going to move on with this Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. Again, not one that I love, but I want to give a second. Second chances are what life's all about. So I'm going to crank it up. It's a little funky, this applicator, but kind of cool. And then I'm just going to dab it on. Alright, now the other eye. I mean, I could just leave my eyes like this. I like them so light. Okay, just kidding. We're obviously going to blend it. But as I said in my earlier video, I love to do the mustache. Because who wants any sort of discoloration in this area? Nobody. Especially because I take so much time to go get it threaded or waxed, and we all know threading is the devil. And so I don't want it to look like there's anything there. It takes so much. Okay, so while I let all of this kind of just set in there, I'm going to go ahead and start fixing the problem areas. Just a day in the life. So I'm using again my NARS Creamy Concealer. And the color is Custard, and it really, oops, whatever, just do the whole, and I do just kind of like to do the whole chin area because I have some scarring, and I'm getting weird pimples. Okay. So that's about it for the problem areas, mostly chin and a little cheek. I'm going to let the problem area set, and I'm going to blend the under eye. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and blend the chin. Oh man. I'm going to set all of this. I have my sad little cracked Chanel compact, and we're just going to have to make do. And I love using this little Morphe brush. It's kind of amazing. It's M334, and I use it to cover blemishes. I use it on my under eye, which you'll see in a second. Okay, for the under eye, go a little heavier. And I'm just going to dust it underneath. And I like to put it on that mustache area, of course, around the nostrils, T-zone, which is a little shiny. Alright, so this is looking a lot better. I just kind of blend it a little bit. And just kind of when I'm done, I'm just taking a brush with nothing on it, and I'm just kind of blending a little. Now for the eyes, I'm going to use my Anastasia contour kit, and the color is, so I have no idea what the color is, but this is what it looks like. Okay, so I take this kind of yellowish color, and I'm just going to take kind of like a bigger eyeshadow brush. So I just kind of brush that on the whole eyelid, just kind of as a base. And then I take kind of like the pink shimmery, and I'm just going to do a little at the brow. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to Vegas. Okay, and I'm really, really feeling this MAC eyeshadow I have. I've had it forever, called MYTHOLOGY. It is so pretty. It's kind of like a rose gold shimmery. So it looks like this. So pretty. So I'm just going to take this thinner eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to work it onto the top of my eyelid, the whole thing. I do just a little in the crease, but nothing above. And generally speaking on me, these warmer tones seem to be the best for my eyelids. I think it's because I have green eyes. Okay. It's just like really pretty. Okay, so then I'm going to take this really thin Stila brush 30. It's a double-sided, ended, whatever. And I'm going to take Saddle from MAC. And literally almost every day for like, I don't even know, 10 years I've worn Saddle. It is the best color. So I'm just going to do it in the crease. And kind of just get it going in there, and then I'm going to blend. It's also totally matte, which is great. So it's almost the same as MYTHOLOGY, which is on the... Oh yeah. Love it. Okay, I'm going to take my Sephora Pro Tapered Crease Brush. It is the best brush. I've used it for too long. And I'm just going to blend, 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 blend. I'm just going to blend it, you know, above the crease a little, but I'm never going to go really near that eyebrow. I like to, and these blend so nicely. All right. Okay, so I'm going to use the Honest Beauty eye pencil in Eye Opener, and it goes on the waterline, and I love this. I just really feel like that opens my eyes so much. So before I finish the eyes, I'm just going to move on to a little face. So first things first, I'm going to do just a little blush on the cheeks. I like to do it before any of the bronzer, because I feel like it blends it and it makes it look more just like you're flushed, like a soft glow, as opposed to blush. But I do love me some blush. And I go a little heavier just because I know I am going to contour a little bit and do bronzer over it. So it is going to be masked just a touch. I do a little on the nose, above the eyebrow. Okay, so I take my Anastasia palette, all those three dark colors at the bottom. I just take my little Morphe brush, my M143, and I swipe it across all three. I focus my brush really in the hollows of my cheeks. And then I do other cheek and the perimeter of my face. I really like to get kind of that definite line going, because that's what creates. Okay, so my face has changed a lot now because I had this light shining on me and I just turned it down, so I think this is a lot better. Anyway, I'm going to go over my face with my Hourglass. And I love, love, love this bronzer. It's Luminous Bronze Light. And I just am kind of go over the cheeks and just a little kind of everywhere. I mean, I just really, it's just a world of a difference. Okay. It's so embarrassing that I just did that face, but every girl does that face. Because you look so cute when you do it, you know? Not duck lips, but not. Okay, so now I'm coming to the hardest part for me, which is the eyeliner. Since I have such light eyes, I didn't really used to wear eyeliner because my eyes are so light, but now I have a new appreciation for it, so I'm mad. So I've been trying to work with the Voluminous Superstar Liquid Eyeliner, but it looks more like some sort of pen. Interesting. I'm going to try this one-handed, and we're just going to see what happens. Okay, so I actually had to put the phone down and I had to go in the bathroom mirror and do it. But I'm feeling it. I mean, they're not perfect, but for me. Okay, onto the eyelashes. One of my favorite parts. But I think, so I love to get a little curl going. I have this Giorgio Armani eyelash curler. And I really like it, but I think for an eyelash curler, you can get it literally from anywhere. Okay, I did pinch my eyelid. But we're good. Alright, now I'm going to use my Voluminous. I love all the Voluminous mascaras by, is it L'Oreal? So embarrassed. Yes, they are L'Oreal. My favorite to buy from, like, you know, a makeup counter is Doll Lashes. It's just never too much mascara. I had a couple friends who used to call me Tammy Faye. Was that a compliment? So what I like to do is I like to let the first coat dry for a few minutes, and then I like to go back in with some more. That's right. Okay, so we're really getting there. So just kind of, you know, wrap things up. I must do the brows. So I really like to clean the brows off just with a wet piece of tissue. I'm careful not to take the makeup off. And I feel like that's kind of a weird thing I do, but I just hate when brows look kind of dusty, you know? It's like this weird thing. Okay, so then, so I have my little brow brush, and I just like to, oh, this piece of hair attached to that. So I just like to comb them out. And a couple weeks ago, my brows were threaded unevenly. So now I'm forced to fill them in a little bit. Even though I like to just kind of keep them natural, just because I already have thick brows, sometimes they look too thick. Okay, so I normally use an angled brush for this, but I could only find this little brush. And it has no name, so it's a mysterious little guy. And I just take, so I use the Naked palette, and I use the third one next to the dark brown. And it kind of does the trick, so let's see. And I just kind of dab it in there on both. You know, I can't leave one out. And this is the skinny, sad brow. I don't understand what the lady was doing. When I left, I had two completely different brows. Not cousins, not family members. Like, it's like they had never met. And I am going to dab just a little of the darker brown just right here. Because that's where it's really lacking. And I'm just going to do a little bit of dark brown on this guy. Woo! Okay. Some more even. Yeah. And then after I color them both in, I just like to take my brow comb one more time, and I just like to brush it out, just so it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, now I'm going to do a little lip liner. I'm using MAC WHIRL. It's a good one, like a good just kind of neutral go-to. And I blend it in just a little. And then I'm going to apply Nude Beach, and it is Too Faced. I actually wore this on my wedding day. And I still love it. Okay. So creamy. Love these Too Faced lipsticks. Love, love, love. And it's lasted for like almost... Okay, and that's it. I blew dry my hair before. I have a nice little blowout going. Now I just need to get dressed and I'm ready for girls' night.